Welcome to your ATMC TV Basketball Game of the Week, brought to you by John Donahue Automotive. We got a special treat for our viewers. Really good high school basketball action between the visiting Hoggard High School Vikings and the West Brunswick High School Trojans. He's Jay Combs, I'm Sam Hickman, and partner, this is a Hoggard team that's 8-6, but has rattled off 4 consecutive wins to open Mid-Eastern Conference play. And if West Brunswick is going to find its first conference win, the Trojans will have to find a way to contain Hoggard's Sebastian Hydera.
Yeah, Hydera comes in off an 18-point effort against South Brunswick. He's a sophomore guard, averaging 8.5 points a game. Shoots 73% from the free throw line. Where you got to watch this kid is from the three-point line. He jacks them up from the three. He averages about 1.5 made three-point shots a game, so he's an outstanding shooter. He's got a good player inside, number 31, Chris Tootle. He's a junior forward, averaging 7.5 points a game, nearly 7 boards per contest. Excellent wide receiver in football. Understand the University of Maryland has offered him a scholarship in football. If they get him, they're getting a good one.
And Jay, for West Brunswick, the Trojans enter tonight's game with a 7-6 overall record, 0-3 in Mid-Eastern Conference play. West Brunswick lost against New Hanover less than 24 hours ago, a 21-point loss, but got a great individual effort from senior Rashid Daniels.
Yeah, Rashid Daniels is such a good player, and he's having such a solid senior season. He's number 5, 9 points a game, 2 boards per contest, shooting 64% from the free throw line 6 times this season. He's had double-digit scoring. He had only done that 2 times in his entire high school career before this season. That's how much better Rashid Daniels has got. He gets a lot of help from Khalil Bland, of course, his 5'11" senior backcourt partner, averaging nearly 13 points a game. So collectively, Bland and Daniels, they make up a lot of the scoring for West. And if they're going to be victorious here tonight, they're probably going to have to score and score pretty well.
And West Brunswick hosting a Hoggard team that is always well coached and disciplined under longtime head coach Brett Queen. And we got the game here from Charlotte tonight. It's the 8-6 Hoggard Vikings against the 7-6 West Brunswick Trojans, next on your ATMC TV Basketball Game of the Week. Jay, we are almost set for the opening tip from Charlotte on your ATMC TV Basketball Game of the Week. We have the visiting Hoggard Vikings against the West Brunswick High School Trojans. Jay, we're set for a good one here tonight.
Well, we're hoping, Sam. West has certainly played well enough to play with Hoggard, and let's see how they can do it when they get the real chance to do it. Man-to-man for West, of course.
That's Hoggard's number 22, Tyler Matlock, with a nice, strong take to begin the game, and the Vikings, with a very efficient first possession, results in a layup.
And all these guys for Hoggard look big and they look strong.
Jaden Parker's got it on the wing. The young sophomore attempts a crossover. That's sniffed out by Hoggard's number 33, Jackson Massey. Younts has got it on the right wing. Trojans looking for some openings against a tight Hoggard defense.
And Younts smartly pulling the ball back and restarting the offense.
A foul called on West Brunswick's Jaden Parker. And Jay, that was the theme in West Brunswick's game last night against New Hanover. Parker, McCray, and Gilbert all got in early foul trouble. It's kind of a bugaboo for the Trojans, and Parker picks up an early one here tonight against Hoggard.
They can ill afford that here tonight. Just not enough bodies to go around.
Jay, 2 members of There are at least 2 members of Hoggard's state semi-finalist football team in the starting lineup, Trey Hauser and Chris Tootle. That's a turnover for the Vikings, and Yount's pushing the pace for the Trojans.
Yeah, they got some good football players on this basketball team. Don't forget the quarterback. Nice look by Yount.
Parker looking for an opening. His shot no good, but he's whistled for a traveling violation. Yeah, rough start for the young Parker.
Yeah, it will, but you know what? Some of that is just the fact that he's just not that strong yet, right? And he's going up against, looks like Massey inside. Massey, a big, strong guy. Look at Bland.
Khalil Bland comes up with a steal.
You talk about football players. There's a pretty good one for West Brunswick.
Ty Johnson wanting his team to move the ball. Daniels takes it off the rim, no good. Nice rebound from number 22, Tyler Matlock. Hauser pushing it across the timeline for the Vikings.
Yeah, Matlock looks like a pretty solid player. He's got the only basket in the game, but just kind of handles himself out there.
Tootle working against Caleb Gilbert.
Yeah,
their arms got hooked there. Whoa, a long 3 and nothing but nylon for Hydera. Hoggard with an early 5-0 lead.
That's the kid we were talking about that will freely shoot it up from the 3-point line. Only a sophomore.
Bland shot no good, tries to keep it up, tip it up and in. That's out of bounds, off Tootle. West Brunswick will keep possession.
I think I counted up 4 sophomores on the Hoggard varsity, and 2 of them start. Massey and Hydera.
Bland's got an open look from the left wing. 3, bingo! Big bucket there for West Brunswick, who was struggling to put it in the basket in the early stages.
Well, and the good news is for West, they can jump into their press when they score. Really not heavy pressure that time.
Nice steal from Alex Yount as Hoggard tried to get it into Tootle. Yount's pushing the pace, nearly loses it, corrals it as J.V. McCray. Yount is going to shoot a 3. Bingo! Back-to-back 3s for the Trojans, and West is on top by 1.
And again, they can jump into their full court pressure. Kind of token, really. Not setting up the trap yet. That's a pretty good battle with Bland and the young sophomore Hydera. Ty Johnson working hard on the side.
Foul called on the Trojans. That foul was called on West Brunswick's Jaden Parker, Jay, and that's his second, as Gianni Donatelli and Javian McCray are set to check into the game for the Trojans.
You know, Coach Johnson had Javian McCray set to come in, and unfortunately Parker picked up that second foul before they could get him into the game. Tootle misses his first.
Tootle misses the first free throw. West with a 6-5 lead, 4:12 left in the first quarter.
Give up a little bit of height when you get McCray in the game, but you pick up some strength and ball. And certainly Donatelli has proven himself to be an outstanding 3-point shooter.
Tootle misses that free throw. Nice offensive rebound from number 23, Parker Nolan. He got it to Matlock, who gets it back out to Hauser to get Hoggard into the offense. Missed opportunity for West.
Yeah, you like to get those rebounds off missed free throws, but Nolan doing a good job for Hoggard.
Boy, Hauser's all alone in the corner. 3, no good. Easy offensive rebound. Put back up and in for Matlock.
Yeah, you can't let that happen if you're West. You got to defend against that rebound and do a box out. That time, just nobody picked up Tyler Matlock, who easily puts it back in.
Bland's got another look from 3. Off the rim, no good. Defensive rebound for Hauser. Boy, Jay, we talk a lot about second chance points. That previous possession was third chance point for Hoggard. West couldn't get the rebound on the missed free throw or the missed 3-pointer, and now Matlock's open for 3. Bingo! What a start for Tyler Matlock. He's got 7 of Hoggard's 10, and it's 10-6 Vikings.
And he averages 7.1 points a game, so he has his average in the first 6 minutes of this contest.
Daniels off the dribble. Nice drive. He's fouled, and Daniels is going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Now, free throw shooting has been, what? What? How do we describe it for Wes, Sam?
Abysmal.
A challenge? But probably the best free throw shooter on the team right now is the guy at the line, Rasheed Daniels, and he shoots 64%. They played South earlier this week. They shoot like 40% from the free throw line, I think you're telling me?
Against New Hanover.
Or New Hanover,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah.
12 of 30 from the charity stripe against New Hanover.
Can't do that and be successful.
Daniels knocks in the second, so it's 10-7 Hoggard, 2:50 left in the first quarter, and it looks like West will employ some full court pressure.
Well, they got some guys that can dig it in there. You got Youch, you got Clarida.
Oh, Donatelli nearly comes up with a steal. Nice job recovering on defense by West Brunswick. For a moment there, it looked like Jameer Shaw was open in the corner for a 3. And that's Hoggard's number 13, Cameron Blanks, a sophomore with an aggressive drive to the basket. Foul called on Alex Younce, and Blanks is going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, he's another one of the sophomores. We mentioned 4 of them that play for the Vikings, and this is Cameron Blanks, averages 3.6 points per game. Jameer Shaw, another sophomore that plays, and of course you already talked about Massey and Hydera.
Hey, Hoggard missing some opportunities from the charity stripe early. That's 0 for 3 as a team so far. Make that 0 for 4, and boy, McCray didn't miss that rebound, and then he throws it into the student section for an unforced turnover for West Brunswick.
And that hurts. Those rebounds so tough to come up with. You were talking about the additional chances that West was giving Hoggard before, and Trojans turn around and do it again.
Boy, Jay, that pass intended for the exit sign above the doors there.
Closest defender that time was the sheriff. He was
Deputy Kaysen, Bradley Kaysen, shout out.
Bradley's getting ready to arrest that ball because it was coming at him. Donatelli's a kid that can shoot from the outside if he can get his feet set.
Younce with an aggressive drive. He's got Daniels in the corner. Daniels' shot is up. The foul was called on the floor, and West Brunswick will have possession out of bounds.
Rasheed, strong kid. Don't be disillusioned by 6'1" size. He plays much bigger than that.
Daniels for 3. No good. McCray's got the rebound. His putback attempt is knocked out of bounds. Foul called on Hoggard's number 30, Evan Manning, and McCray's going to go to the line for 2.
And you talk about a kid that plays bigger than his height. That would be Javian McCray. You can be tall and small and short and big. He is short and big. Short being 6'2", relative term, right? But really does mix it up well inside using his strength, his quick feet, Sam. His quick feet help him out so much, establishing position inside that paint.
And Jay, this is an area where McCray has improved drastically from a year ago. He is, probably still not what we consider a great free throw shooter, but much improved. He misses one there. Daniels fights for it. Oh, and Daniels nearly comes up with the loose ball, but Hoggard controls it. That's number 13, Blanks, who came up with it for the Vikings. 1:40 left in the opening period. It's Hoggard 10, West Brunswick 8, and what so far has been a very tight game.
Hard playing on both sides. Everybody is really challenging shots. Good shots, hard to get so far here tonight.
Charge called on Hoggard's number 15. Jay, you recognize him? That's Mr. Josh Jones.
Yeah.
Saw him during football season.
Tell you what, he can, as they say in the vernacular of quarterbacks, he can spin it.
He can spin it all right.
He can spin it, baby. He's a good high school quarterback for sure. Don't know where he's going.
Well, Jay, he's a little beefier than thought from football season, because he can move. He does some damage with his legs in football as well.
Yeah, he's a big, strong kid, and had an excellent season on the gridiron for the Vikings. And we were joking before, Chris Tootle, a really good wide receiver for Hoggard. Supposedly he's gotten an offer. I'm sure he's gotten an offer from a lot of schools, but one is University of Maryland, which is a team that I follow. And hey, I could take him and Josh Jones as a quarterback wide receiver tandem to help my Terps. They need it.
A package deal, huh?
They need it.
McCray's got it. Shot is blocked. He's fouled by number 23, Parker Nolan, and McCray living at the free throw line in the last couple minutes.
Big and strong is Javian McCray. Only a sophomore. It seems like he has been here forever, but it's only his second season.
McCray misses the first of 2 free throws. West trails 10-8 with 1:04 left in the first quarter. Jay, special shout out to West Brunswick head wrestling coach Jimmy Carraway, who collected his 300th career win as a head coach last night with a win on the road against perennial powerhouse Laney, as Javian McCray misses that free throw. As soon as I complimented his free throw shooting. He's now 1 of 4 from the line. Nice rebound by Clariday. Daniels ahead. Nice pass to McCray. Layup is up and in. West Brunswick bench wanted a foul called, but that nevertheless, it ties the game at 10 apiece.
Yeah, Ty Johnson wanted an and one for sure, but McCray gets only the basket. That's familiar face number 20 for Hoggard.
Bryce Arians, who played here last year, he loses the ball, but then comes up with a steal. Pass ahead, lob to Tootle, no good, and Clariday's got the rebound.
Not a good pass that time by Hoggard. Surprise, they're a very disciplined team. Gotten a little excited out there tonight.
Gilbert's going to take air and shot up, rims out. Tootle's got the rebound. 6 seconds left in the quarter. Hoggard pushes it ahead. Good defense by Clariday. Shot up, no good, and that's going to end the quarter. And Jay, all things considered, a fantastic opening period for the West Brunswick Trojans. After 8 minutes of play, it's West Brunswick and Hoggard knotted at 10.
Getting an alert the kids made it home safely or need to let guests in when you're not there. That's ATMC Security. And then there's the time when having professionally monitored smart home security really matters. ATMC Security offers remote access, real-time alerts, video monitoring, and interactive security, keeping you connected to your home from wherever you are. Start with 24/7 emergency monitoring for burglary, smoke, fire, and carbon monoxide for as low as $17.95 per month. ATMC Security. Safeguard your home.
ATMC offers internet speeds up to 1 gigabit per second, but we like to call it Gigabunch, because now you can download a bunch more songs, stream a bunch more movies, play a bunch more games, and use a bunch more devices, all without losing any speed. And when you build your own bundle with high-speed internet, digital cable, reliable home phone, and ATMC security with smart home solutions, you save a bunch. Build your bundle today with ATMC.
We are back on your ATMC TV basketball game of the week, brought to you by John Donahue Automotive. The teams finished the first quarter tied at 10 apiece. West has the opening possession of the second quarter. Bland thought about driving, but pulls it out. Younce has got it.
Remember the pace with patience, Sam. Keep probing, keep looking, take good shots, stay away from the traps.
Good job by Younce there, Jay. Notice the trap was coming. Shot is up and good off the glass. The basket counts. And Alex Younce with a great start offensively. He's got 5 already, a chance to make it 6 as West Brunswick has grabbed a 12-10 lead.
Yeah, when Younce scores, he's the straw that stirs the drink here, right? I mean, you can say what you want, but your point guard so responsible for the activity that goes on out there. And when Alex can contribute some points, as he is here tonight, really helps West.
And that free throw attempt is up and good. West now 3 of 7 from the charity stripe. 7:20 left in the first quarter.
There's a little trap and force him to give up the ball early.
That's Tate Bagley handling the ball for Hoggard. Pass is off the bottom of the backboard, and Bland's got it. He's pushing it ahead, and Jay, I think, wisely pulls it back there. He was dribbling in a lot of traffic.
Yeah, smart play by Khalil that time. Get the ball out front, work it around, and that kid can shoot.
Surgal just misses the three. Parker going up for the rebound, loses it, and Bagley's got it for the Vikings.
Surgal is a real good three-point shooter. That is not a bad shot for the young freshman.
Ahrens has got it for the Vikings. Nice catch by Bryce Ahrens, but Khalil Bland rips it from him. Parker comes up with the loose ball, and Parker's driving to the basket. Makes a nice move, and Jay put way too much on the shot. It hits backboard, but no rim.
I think he was surprised how open he became. He'll make that shot 9 times out of 10. That's the one he did.
Boy, Jay, that's a bunny there. And, you know, I talked to Ty Johnson before tonight's game. West missed 10 layups by his count last night at New Hanover, and that's one so far here tonight.
He bounces all over Tyler Matlock.
Bagley looking for someone to pass to. Ahrens has got it. Misses badly there, but that's a foul, I believe, called on number 21, Caleb Gilbert, as Clariday Daniels and Javian McCray are checking back into the game for the Trojans. West with a 13-10 lead, 5:48 left in the second quarter. Jay, West has held Hoggard scoreless for the last 4 minutes of game action, spanning the first and second quarters.
They are digging deep defensively, and boy, Ty Johnson's working the sideline.
5-second violation. Matlock couldn't find an open man, and it's a violation against the Vikings. So a nice little opportunity here for West Brunswick to get a basket and build the lead.
You know, if Ty Johnson's got one of them things you wear on your wrists that count steps, he's over 10,000, and we're only in the second quarter.
A Fitbit.
A Fitbit. He's pretty fit.
Boy, McCray fighting for it down low. Bland wrestles for it. Tootle dives for it, but he was laying on the baseline out of bounds, and West Brunswick will have another shot.
Boy, both teams just going at it, Sam.
Getting after it.
This is game on right now, pal, from Charlotte.
And Jay, do you get the sense, you know, a sloppy, kind of ugly game favors West Brunswick, or no?
Yeah, they're not going to win beauty contests the way they play.
Nice pass from Youst to Tootle. He's fouled, and McCray's going to go back to the foul line. He has 4 free throw attempts already and made 1. He'll get a chance to make 2 here.
Sam, let me clarify something. When I say they're not going to win beauty contests, that doesn't mean they can't be a really solid, effective team. And that was a beautiful pass that time by Alex Youst.
And McCray cures his ills from the free throw line, makes that one. Nice shooter's touch. He's got 4. That leads all West. Oh, I take that back. Alex Youst has 5. Javian McCray has 4. A chance to make it 5 here. West leads 14-10. 5:20 left before halftime. That free throw attempt is up and no good. West missed a man, but a nice play, help sign from Rashid Daniels. He saved a layup for Hoggard.
Does a lot of things for this team.
Khalil Bland shot no good. McCray's got it. He puts it back up and in, and West Brunswick has surged ahead, 16-10, 4:45 left before halftime.
Brett Queen over on the Hoggard sideline is pretty calm, cool, and collected. He's got a lot of confidence in this team. He's going to let them play through it. There's some banging going on inside.
That pass goes off the backboard. Hoggard saves it. A break there for the Vikings after the errant pass.
And Younts was inside mixing it up with big Tyler Matlock that time and holding his own.
Open man from the top of the key. No good. Daniels has got the rebound for West.
Ty Johnson tell him to slow it down. They're spending a lot of energy.
Javier McCray is taking over this second quarter. A great post move in the bucket, and West has got an 18-10 lead.
And a nice entry pass that time. I think it was Clariday.
12-0 run for the Trojans after being down 10-6. The Trojans have rattled off 12 consecutive points. Clariday harassing Hadera. Younts goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Hauser drives to the lane, loses it out of bounds. West Brunswick ball. 3:35 left before halftime, and Hoggard has not scored in 6 minutes of game action.
Sam, Javier McCray getting a lot of points, but you know who the MVP is right now? I think it's the kid with the ball, Younts. He is everywhere defensively.
They're trying to get it into McCray again. Swing pass. Donatelli's open in the corner. Three-point attempt short. Clariday keeps it alive. Great play by Clariday to keep that board alive.
Athleticism at its best there with Clariday that time. Excellent, excellent play by the sophomore.
Kick ball on Jay. I was blocked, but I believe that was Hidero who's whistled for the kick ball. West leads 18-10, 2:59 left in the second quarter.
They are pitching a shutout here in the second quarter.
And held Hoggard scoreless the last 2 minutes of the first quarter.
That is not easy to do. And again, everybody's digging deep defensively, but Alex Shounts may be leading the way. That is some kind of motor this kid has.
Daniels fakes the three, and that is a blocking foul called on Hoggard. Jay, I believe Daniels is going to go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, that was the 7th or 8th team foul. So Rashid Daniels going to get a chance to pick up a couple of points. Younts coming out with a well-deserved break.
Jay, you get the sense if you're West Brunswick against a team of Hoggard's caliber, these are the ones you need right here. And Daniels does his part by knocking in the front end of a 1-and-1.
Yeah, when you can go toe-to-toe with a team like Hoggard, a 4A school, got the pedigree, undefeated in the conference, you can pretty much go with everybody.
Nice job by Daniels there. He knocks in a pair, and West has got a 20-10 lead, a 14-0 run.
Look at Surgal play defense, Sam. You just got to want to do that, and that's what West is doing here tonight. Their want to is a lot better than anything else going.
Matlock, mid-range jumper, no good. Putback is up and in from number 33, Parker Nolan. Excuse me, that was 33, Jackson Massey. Correction there.
First basket of the quarter for Hoggard.
McCray just misses that one. Jay looked like he just didn't quite get it high enough off the glass. Floater attempt no good. McCray snares the rebound and gets it to Surgal, who's looking to push.
Chris Surgal's son, KO, got his head up coming up the court.
Oh, Jay, dangerous looking pass there. I thought Hoggard was going to make a steal there. Bland with a nice drive and a layup, and West Brunswick's Ty Johnson wants a timeout. Really impressive drive to the basket from number 1, Khalil Bland.
Boy, and Ty Johnson went over and gave a big hug to Javier McCray. And if you're going to hug him, that's going to be a big hug, right? Because he's a big boy. But boy, McCray gave him some great minutes here, as have just about any and everybody who's playing for West here tonight.
ATMC TV's Basketball Game of the Week is brought to you by John Donahue Automotive. Need a new car or want a pre-owned?
John Donahue Automotive is your Buick, GMC, Chevy, and pre-owned dealer. Take the quick trip down 130 and check out its great selection. John Donahue Automotive will service your vehicle. Just give them a call today at 910-642-2400. John Donahue Automotive, a new way to buy a vehicle.
Well, 22-12, Sam. 10-point lead for West. 1:41 to go here in the second quarter in Charlotte. And if you're a West Brunswick fan, or if you're just a basketball fan, I think you got to appreciate what you're seeing here this evening from West Brunswick. Really, really digging deep. A defensive effort, to say the least.
Jay, I have to say, and I've seen this team quite a bit, this is the best I've seen West Brunswick play, offensively and defensively this season. Khalil Bland comes up with a steal. He races ahead, reverse layup, up and in. And Bland with 2 consecutive buckets. West on an 18-2 run after trailing 10-6. It's up 24-12.
Bland is some kind of strong going to that basket. Once he puts that head down, he's going to get to the basket.
Oh, Hydera with a clean look, no good. Donatelli with a nice box out there at the very end to prevent number 22 Matlock from saving it. With 1:07 left before halftime, West leads by 12. Jay, quick question. If you're West here, do you hold it for the last shot of the half and go in at least up by 12, or you just stay in the flow of your offense?
I stay in the flow. I stay in the flow, and that flow has treated them well here tonight. By the way, that was an excellent play by Gianni Donatelli that time, because I don't think he was going to be able to beat the player to the ball, so he just made sure that the other player didn't beat him to the ball. Let it go out of bounds, and West can keep it.
Surgal cuts. Oh, he passes it to Gilbert in the corner. Nice save there by Gilbert. 40 seconds left before halftime. Jay, it does appear as if West might hold it for the last shot of the first half.
If it turns out that way, that's fine. You got to stay spread. You got to have good spacing now if you're going to do this. You don't want to have 2 defenders bring them too close to you. So stay spread out, work it down. Maybe a drive to the basket. Maybe an outside shot by Donatelli. Lots of options out there. You got a 9th grader running the show. That's pretty impressive.
Jay, 8 seconds left in the first half here. Khalil Bland comes off a screen. Daniels has got it. Pump fake. And West doesn't get a shot off before halftime. West wanted the call there on Daniels' aggressive drive. But a wonderful second quarter. West Brunswick outscores Hoggard 14-2 in the second quarter. And with 2 quarters left to play, it's West Brunswick 24, Hoggard 12.
ATMC has been a very good contributor to Lower Cape Fear Hospice over the years. This year the grant was for this Gone From My Sight booklet that will go into the admission packages for all our patients and their families here in Brunswick County. This booklet is something that gives them information about the death and dying process and gives them education about what they're expecting with their loved one and informs them and empowers them to understand what they're facing. Most of our reimbursement comes from Medicare and Medicaid. However, it doesn't cover 100% of what it costs us to provide professional end-of-life health care. Grants like this allow us to do the little special things that we couldn't do if we just had to rely on the reimbursement alone. We also have programs and services such as our bereavement program and our volunteer program. And like, why does volunteer program cost money? Well, there's a lot of regulations with that, what volunteers can do, tracking their hours, so we have to pay someone to be a volunteer coordinator. So that costs us money, even though it's a free program. We also have other things that just make this, we always try and want to be above and beyond and make sure that our families are served well. And to do that, it takes money from the community to help us make that gap. A lot of volunteers come from ATMC. They've sponsored some of our events, and then we've done different events here in Brunswick County. So they've been a very loyal supporter, and then grants like this, it's added up over the years, it really has. They're so involved with the community here in Brunswick County, and their grants support many nonprofits in the area. It really improves the quality of life in our community.
We are ATMC TV, Channel 3 and HD Channel 910, your community channel.
Partner, we are back for the start of the second half. West Brunswick dominated the second quarter, finished the half on an 18-2 run. As Tootle gets in, misses a layup. Boy, that was a great chance for Hoggard to cut into the lead. Tootle misses a layup. Bland got the rebound for the Trojans.
And Sam, as we were talking before we got back on air, you very correctly pointed out, first couple of minutes in this quarter are going to be important for both these teams, especially Hoggard.
Clariday starting the second half for West Brunswick in place of Rashid Daniels, who was in the starting lineup. Bland thought about going up for a mid-range jump shot. The ball was knocked out of bounds by number 22, Tyler Matlock. Boy, Gilbert just threw it right to Trey Hauser, and that's something that you just can't do if you're West Brunswick. That's just a giveaway right there, and Hauser's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
We don't count turnovers, unfortunately. But West played very well in terms of controlling the basketball the first 2 quarters.
Boy, Hoggard, Jay, just not much going right for the Vikings. And tonight so far, really, aside from some good early shooting, Hauser has a free throw go all the way down and spit out on him.
This turnover thing is important. Hauser misses them both, but Tootle grabs the board.
Boy, bad break there for West Brunswick. Well, not bad break, but you got to come up with those defensive rebounds when you got this kind of lead against a team of this caliber.
You know, defense isn't over until you get the rebound, even when they're shooting free throws.
Matlock has it blocked. And that's number 33, Jackson Massey, who puts it in, and it's 24-14, 6:50 left in the third quarter.
You know, in a game earlier this week, West lost to New Hanover, but one of the statistics that kind of jumped out at you was the fact that they played the whole game and only had 9 turnovers, right? Turnovers were good in the first half for West, but here already 2 turnovers. And we're not 2 minutes into the third quarter. That can come back to bite them quick. This lead's only 10, Sam, and that can go real fast.
Yeah, 10-point lead, certainly not insurmountable by any stretch, especially against a team like Hoggard, who's got multiple players who can fill it up from the outside.
Well, Hydera, you know, a real good 3-point shooter. He made his first, hasn't made much since. In fact, I don't think he's made anything since. You don't know how long that's going to continue.
Boy, it looked like Massey was fouled there twice. I thought he was fouled on the first shot attempt. They get him on the second one, and Massey will go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Thought he got hit at least twice. They finally called one. Massey, a very impressive looking young guy, another sophomore. Not sure how tall he is. They don't give us their sizes, but he's got to be close to 6'5", 6'6", because when he's up against Caleb Gilbert, who is 6'6", or Jaden Parker, who's 6'7", not much difference.
And Jay, it's clear that Hoggard has upped the defensive pressure in the early going of the second half as Massey misses the second free throw. Bland's jump shot rattles out. That would have been a big one for West Brunswick to get him off the schneid here early in the second half. So with 6:07 in the third quarter, Hoggard already trimmed 3 points off the lead. It's 24-15 West Brunswick. 6:07 left in the third quarter.
Well, basketball is a game of runs, and Hoggard hasn't had theirs yet. They're probably due. Let's see what West can do to stop that.
That's Hydera who thought about it. Passes it across the court. Daniels nearly came up with a steal, but deflects it out of bounds. Hoggard will maintain possession. There's 5:47 left in the third, and the Trojans lead by 9.
Yeah, dangerous pass that time by Sebastian Hydera. And Rashid, with those quick hands and great anticipation, almost came up with it. How would you like Younts to be guarding you, Sam Hickman?
I wouldn't like it at all.
Oh my golly gracious, that kid, he is all over you.
Bland deflects it off of Tootle, out of bounds to the Trojans. Nice defensive play there by Khalil Bland.
And I bet you those guys have bumped into each other a couple of times out on the football field. Bland from his defensive backfield position and Chris Tootle from his wide receiver position. They're going at it again here on the hardwood of the basketball court.
West still has not scored in the third quarter. Almost 3 minutes have passed. They get it into McCray, who puts it up, and it falls in. Big basket for West Brunswick to get on the board in the second half, and the Trojans lead by 11.
Hoggard has not been able to find a solution for Javian McCray inside the night. The big guy just using his strength to get in around the basket and convert. Again, nice anticipation by Bland that time, almost came up with the turnover.
Sophomore Javian McCray has a game-high 10 points. He leads all scorers, and he's approaching his career high.
Boy, McCray and Tootle are going at it inside, and that time it happened right in front of the official.
Yeah, Jay McCray looked like he just grabbed the shoulder of Tootle and kind of threw him out of the way. It was a little late, but it did get called. It was called correctly, though. Hydera sprung loose. He misses it. Great rebound by Jaden Parker, who got it to Daniels before he traveled.
You don't get that unless you're 6'7" with those long arms like Parker has that time. That's going to be something you're going to see for the next couple of years. And especially as he gets some strength and some size, some weight on him, he is going to be a tough handle.
Nice drive by Khalil Bland, misses the shot, and a nice rebound by Tyler Matlock, a really nice looking player for Hoggard.
They're full of nice looking players, which really is a testimony to how well West Brunswick's playing here tonight.
And number 33, Jackson Massey, throws that pass out of bounds. Jay, although West hasn't scored only 2 points this quarter, the Trojans have maintained their defensive pressure on the other end, and Hoggard has only scored 3 this quarter.
Yeah, it's a baseball game right now, 3-2. So West not pitching a shutout, but you know, they're staying in the game. That's the zone trap that Hoggard's playing right now.
Nice drive from Khalil Bland, off the glass, in, plus the harm, and the Trojans have their biggest lead of the night at 28-15. Bland has a chance to make it 14 at the free throw line.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bland is listed at 5'11", but that kid is some kind of strong and he's got some kind of hops, because he gets up in the air and he can control his body and square up. Excellent drive by Khalil Bland.
He misses the free throw. Hoggard comes up with a rebound. A missed opportunity there for West Brunswick, but the Trojans still have a 13-point lead. 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Hoggard for 3, no good. McCray can't get the rebound. Tootle's got it, puts it off the glass and in, and a foul called on Javian McCray.
You saw Chris Tootle's just athletic ability that time, going up and getting the rebound, doing the spin, turnaround, and the kiss off the glass, and strong enough to withstand the foul and make the basket. So 3-point play opportunity for Chris Tootle, the junior, averages 7.5 points a game, and there's McRae getting yet another rebound.
So Tootle misses the free throw, 3:20 left in the third. It's West 28, Hoggard 17. West still looking for its first win in Mid-Eastern Conference play. Jaden Parker's got it over to Donatelli, who gets it into McRae. McRae to the top of the key to Bland. Bland with the layup, off the glass and in. Khalil Bland has 11, and the Trojans push that lead right back to 13. Khalil Bland with a game-high 11 leads all scorers.
Oh, nice job that time offensively out of that set by West Brunswick, and Khalil Bland finishing using his left hand that time for the bucket. Brett Queen on the other end for Hoggard, not too happy.
Coach Queen animated here on your ATMC TV Basketball Game of the Week. That's brought to you by John Donahue Automotive. Need a new car or want a pre-owned? John Donahue Automotive is your Buick, GMC, Chevy, and pre-owned dealer. Take the quick trip down 130 and check out John Donahue's great selection. John Donahue Automotive can service your vehicle. Give them a call today at 910-642-2400. John Donahue Automotive, a new way to buy a vehicle. Jay, what is West Brunswick doing something in particular that's making it so tough on Hoggard offensively?
Yeah, they're playing good defense. They're just playing aggressive and contesting everything. And you know what? It's not just one player. It's all five that are out on the floor. This is kind of a cohesive team defense that you're seeing from West Brunswick here tonight. Doesn't matter who's in the game. They are digging deep, playing hard defensively, and everything Hoggard's getting is contested. Tootle at the line for a couple.
Jay, as impressive as an athlete and basketball player as Chris Tootle is, one area in which he really struggles is from the free throw line. He came into tonight's game only a 36% foul shooter, and he's 0 of 4 from the charity stripe here tonight. Make that 0 for 5 as Rashid Daniels snares a defensive rebound for West Brunswick.
Yeah, that's surprising because, you know, Tootle is just a gifted athlete. And they're going to call a blocking foul inside, I think, on
Gianni Donatelli.
Yeah, Gianni was trying to set a pick that time, and officials thought he was moving, so they called Donatelli for the foul. Ball goes over to the Vikings of Hoggard.
2:30 left in the third quarter. West leads 30-17 against a Hoggard team that entered tonight's game undefeated in conference play. Nice strip by Donatelli, who was just whistled for an offensive foul. Comes up with a big play on defense there as Surigau's into the game playing point guard for West Brunswick. Surigau gets it into Daniels. Daniels looking to drive, makes a nice move. Layup up and in for Rashid Daniels. He's got 5.
That's just a sweet move by a sweet player. Rashid Daniels really does a nice job of controlling himself, getting to the basket. Excellent, excellent play by the senior.
Matlock's got it for Hoggard. Back to the top of the key to Blanks, who kicks it over to Shaw, Jameer Shaw. It ends up on the right wing to Matlock, who thinks about the long three. He gets it back to Blanks at the top of the key. Clariday and Bland set to check back into the game for West Brunswick at the next dead ball.
Everything contested by West Brunswick. If you're going to make a bucket, you're going to earn it tonight if you're Hoggard.
Good defensive possession thus far for West. That's Blanks. Gilbert gets a deflection, dives after the loose ball, and Jay, it's a backcourt violation on Hoggard. Great defensive effort by Caleb Gilbert.
That's the team defense I'm talking about, Sam. It's not just one player, it's the other players. The overplaying the pass and making just good decisions defensively.
Jay, a bench warning has been issued to Hoggard on the assistant coach, I believe, who stood up arguing that backcourt call. So I think the next one may result in a penalty for the Vikings, as there's less than a minute left in the third quarter and West Brunswick leads by 15. Donatelli puts it on the deck. Don't see that very much. Surgal resets.
West taking their time.
Very wise decision here at the end of the quarter with a 15-point lead.
Remember, the pace with patience. That's what West is doing right now, controlling the pace and doing it in a very patient way.
Less than 30 seconds left here. Surgal dribbles into trouble, finds Khalil Bland. Nervous-looking possession here for West Brunswick. Bland, the senior's got it as he's guarded by number 15, Josh Jones. Jay, less than 10 seconds left here. Bland's got it with 6 seconds left. Clariday's gonna fire from three. No good, long rebound. McCrae's got it. He puts it up, and that was after the buzzer at the end of 3 periods of play. West Brunswick 8 minutes away from pulling off the upset over a Hoggard team that's 4-0 in Mid-Eastern Conference play with 8 minutes left. It's Trojans 32, the Hoggard Vikings 17.
I received the ATMC grant for Breakout boxes. And Breakout is a company that creates the escape room experience in a classroom. And we are trying to make math and learning just more fun and engaging and collaborative. And so Breakout awards that opportunity. The grant offers me 7 Breakout boxes so that we can play the game as much as we want. We can let other teachers play the game, and we're really able to bring collaborative thinking, teamwork, and just 21st century skills into the classroom with this. So the Breakout is something that I just didn't have the money to put together myself. And so ATMC awarding me this grant offered me the opportunity to not only use this resource in my classroom, but share it with the whole math department, and eventually I'm hoping to set it up so the whole school can use it. Without this grant, this wouldn't be possible, and these kids wouldn't get the experience that they would have gotten otherwise by going to Wilmington and paying money to do these escape rooms. They're doing it in class and learning at the same time, which is really great. Breakout EDU is an up-and-coming company, and I just found it online and was really intrigued and just hit the ground running with it, and I'm really excited to bring it here. So we've only had the opportunity to play it once so far in this class, but they loved it. The first time we played, they didn't break out, and they were just clamoring every day asking, can we do it again? Can we break out again? And we practiced some more in class. We were able to do some more review and practice, and they broke out the second time they did it, and the feeling of success and watching them work together was just really a sight to see and something that's exciting for a teacher to see in a classroom. Thank you, ATMC, for this grant. It's been wonderful. I can't wait to get all of my new boxes and set it up and teach other teachers how to do it. The word is out now. Students have been talking about Breakout and they want more, so I'm excited to bring it to the classroom.
Stay connected with your community channel. Like ATMC TV on Facebook today.
We're back for the start of the fourth quarter. Jay, this West Brunswick team 8 minutes away from pulling off a huge upset in Mid-Eastern Conference play. Bland gets it back to Younts. Hoggard up in the pressure defensively as West trying to get into an offense. Parker trapped in the corner, gets it over to Younts. Younts looking for someone to throw to. He's got Bland. It's a turnover. Josh Jones comes up with a steal for the Vikings. Bland whistled for a foul. Jay, that's the 7th team foul on West Brunswick, and I believe that should put Josh Jones at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Boy, Jay, that's a look from this Hoggard defense we haven't seen.
Yeah, they really came out and trapped and applied pressure, much more pressure at the top against the ball that time. We're able to turn it over. Jones.
Boy, and a missed free throw from Josh Jones. Hoggard with several missed opportunities in the second half. Let's see how West attacks this new look on defense. going to be a foul called on Hoggard's number 30, Evan Manning. Only the second team foul for Hoggard this second half, so West a long way away from shooting free throws on non-shooting fouls.
Well, that kind of works against Hoggard, Sam, because as we know, West, and they turn the ball over on the inbounds pass, sloppy play.
Jay, that was just careless. Yelts didn't have him at all. A big-time block from Khalil Bland, and Yelts is pushing it ahead. Oh, he's called for a charge. The shot was off the glass and in, but a charging foul called on Alex Younts. But Jay, with 7:06 left in the game, a minute has passed, and West has maintained that 15-point lead. So,
what I was getting ready to say is the foul situation actually works against Hoggard, because we know West has a hard time shooting free throws. Their best tactic might be to get West to the free throw line, but they're a long way away from that, only committing 2 fouls, and we got the 7 minutes to go here in the game.
And Jay, on the previous play when West turned it over, on the last possession, just kind of a little careless with the pass. The Hoggard defender was right there.
You gotta stay mentally tough, Sam, and that's not an easy thing to do when you're working so hard physically. That's a nice drive that time by 21, I believe it's Jameer Shaw, only a sophomore, but showed a quick crossover.
And he misses the first of 2 free throws, so West Brunswick dodging some bullets here early in the fourth quarter.
Tell you what, Hoggard's not distinguishing themselves from the free throw line tonight either, Sam. Neither team shooting very well.
Shaw calmly knocks in the second free throw, and Hoggard gets a little closer. It's West Brunswick 32, Hoggard 18, and Jay, that free throw make allows Hoggard to get into that half-court pressure defense that has given West Brunswick some real problems here early in the fourth quarter.
Looks like it's a 1-3-1. You're going to have some shots open in the corner if you can get the ball to them.
Daniels drives, it's knocked loose, and a foul was called. I believe Daniels is going to go to the line for 2 free throws.
And he should be shooting, you're right, because he was in the act of shooting. So Rashid Daniels, probably the best free throw shooter on the team, at least in terms of numbers of shots.
Boy, Jay, every shot really, especially every free throw from this point on, is huge for West Brunswick.
Well, once again, if you're Hoggard, your best strategy might be to put West on the line as much as you can, because it has been a struggle for them making free throws.
Daniels knocks in the second of 2 free throws, and West's lead is back to 15 at 33-18. 6.5 minutes left in the game.
Rashid Daniels challenging the ball. Everything is challenged.
Daniels comes up with a steal as they tried to get it into Tootle. Daniels nearly loses it through some contact. No foul was called. 6:15 left in the game. West leads by 15 and has possession. Oh, Jay, I thought Younts touched that one on the deflection out of bounds, but it's going to stay with West Brunswick. 6:02 left. West leads 33-18. It is a 15-point lead for the Trojans as Big Javian McCray checks in for tall Jaden Parker.
Yeah, I don't think you want instant replay on that one if you're a West fan.
Alex Younts fouled on a long 2-point attempt. A big mistake from Hoggard sophomore Cameron Blanks. And once again, Jay, 2 more really big free throws for West Brunswick. Every single point you can add is big in a game of this magnitude.
Well, Alex, 2 for 2 from the line. And I agree with you, Sam. All these points very important.
He missed that one. McCray battling for the rebound. It's a loose ball. Toodle's wrestling for it. It's knocked out of bounds. And it's off of Daniels and going to go to Hoggard. So Younts misses the free throws, but Jay, he did make one. So West is now up by 16 with 5:53 left in the game.
And why don't you feel like, if you're a West Brunswick fan, this is a really comfortable lead? Hoggard hadn't had that run we were talking about.
Yeah, Jay, I got the sense early in that third quarter where Hoggard missed a few free throws that would have sliced it down to, 8, 9-ish. Nice layup from number 13, Cameron Blanks. Maybe one of the best offensive possessions in the last hour or so for Hoggard. It results in 2 points, and it's a 14-point game.
That's not far from being the truth.
McCray throws it away. Shaw's got it. He's all alone. He puts it in, and it's a 12-point game here in Shallotte.
You get it to single digits, Sam. That's a 3-possession game, so pretty important possession for West on this particular time down the floor.
West Brunswick head coach Ty Johnson wants a timeout on your ATMC TV Basketball Game of the Week. That's brought to you by John Donahue Automotive. Need a new car or want a pre-owned? John Donahue Automotive is your Buick, GMC, Chevy, and pre-owned dealer. Take the quick trip down 130 and check out its great selection. John Donahue Automotive can also service your vehicle. Give them a call today at 910-642-2400. John Donahue Automotive, a new way to buy a vehicle. Jay, how does West hold on to this 12-point lead with 4:59 left in the game?
Well, limit your turnovers, take good shots, make your free throws, and continue to play this real sticky, stubborn, aggressive defense, which contests everything that Hoggard is trying to do. We played, about 3 minutes, and we got a 5-2 quarter. Another baseball game. Hoggard up this time by a 3-run home run. It's okay to take time off the clock. Just want to end up with something good at the end of it.
Yeah, Jay, do you get the sense, West should attack this pressure from Hoggard as Younts loses it out of bounds off his knee, and once again, West Brunswick struggles with the pressure defense from Hoggard, and Jay, these turnovers just can't happen. You're giving Hoggard just free possessions.
Hoggard fortunate to retain possession that time. West is winning this game because they're playing great defense. If they do win the game, it's going to be continuing to play that way.
A foul called on West Brunswick's Javian McCray, and Blanks is going to go back to the line. Jay, if he can make a pair here, that's going to make it a 10-point game with 4:15 left. Oh, a big miss there from number 13, Cameron Blanks. If you're West here, you got to be sure to box out if on a, potential miss.
I've got unofficially, and this is very unofficial, Hoggard 2 for 15 from the free throw line. So they have struggled. They make that one, but they have struggled there all night, just as West has. So neither team distinguishing themselves from the free throw line here tonight.
Javian McCray with a big bucket for the Trojans. He's got 12, and that's a huge bucket for West Brunswick. We're halfway through the fourth quarter, and West leads by 13. A missed opportunity for Hoggard on the missed three-pointer, and Younts got the rebound for the Trojans.
Somebody's got to help Younts out.
That's going to be a foul called on Hoggard, and boy, Younts with some nifty dribbling there. West still not shooting a 1-and-1, so the Trojans will have it out of bounds. But Jay, this is the stretch run. There's 3:46 left. It's a 13-point game. If West executes down the stretch, it has a golden opportunity to beat a really good Hoggard team.
A lot on Alex Younts right now. He's going to have some help, though. He can't defend offensively all by himself.
Boy, a big break there for West. Bland's got it. He drives. Layup is up. Good. Plus the harm. And the Trojans Trojans lead by 15. Wow, what a turn there. Hoggard nearly comes up with a steal. Bland gets it back eventually, lays it in, and is fouled. Big time play from a big time player.
Parker made the good catch that time and had the wherewithal to get the ball to Bland, and Khalil knows what to do with it.
And Bland converts the old-fashioned three-point play. Boy, Jay, what a turn. Bland's got 14 to lead all scorers here in Charlotte. West with a 39-23 lead.
Yeah, big play that time by Bland for sure, and he's had another strong game here tonight, 14 points. And the defense continues.
West Brunswick with another great defensive possession. Younts asking for help. The 10-second count is on, and Younts very wisely calls for a timeout. Much better than trying to force a pass and, you know, leading to a Hoggard turnover.
Yeah,
Jay,
smart play.
set the stage for me here. 3:16 left, West with a 16-point lead. What do you do against this pressure defense? How do you finish the job and get this win if you're the Trojans?
Well, you spread the court. You have good spacing, Sam. Offensive production always comes from having good spacing. So you don't draw more than the one opponent or the defender to you on the ball. Secondly, West has got to come out and help Younts a little bit. He's having to do an awful lot of dribbling. Now, he's a very good ball handler, but if you're trying to beat one, okay. If you're trying to beat two, it gets tough. If you're trying to beat three, it's impossible. So give Younts some help, keep some good spacing. You're going to get fouled. You're probably going to go to the free throw line. You make your free throws coming down the stretch. It's not even a game. If you want to keep it close, you miss a few of those free throws. Let's hope they make them here tonight.
Jay, now let me flip the script there. If you're Hoggard, you got 16 fouls. The next one will send West to the line. Is it too early to start fouling?
No.
Especially knowing West free throw woes?
No. There's 3:16 left on the clock. If I'm Brett Queen, I want to play about 30 minutes.
Extend this game as long as you can.
Hey, just stop it as many times as you can and hope that one of your guys can get it going from the three. We thought Hydera might be the scorer from the three-point line tonight. He does have one, and Matlock has one, and that's been it. So they got to try to crawl back into this game quick. If they can't force a turnover, I think they need to foul.
Nice job by West Brunswick breaking the pressure. Younts lofts it up. Gilbert's got it. Fouled, and Gilbert's going to go to the line for two. Nice look from Younts to Gilbert.
Well, and Alex did a great job that time because they were trying to foul. In fact, I think Hydera probably did have a foul, but Younts was able to release the pass to Caleb Gilbert. So Caleb going to go to the free throw line where he'll shoot a pair. You make your free throws now. This is a W for West.
Jay, if Gilbert can step up and knock down a pair, there's the first one. That's a big make from the 6'6" junior center, Caleb Gilbert. And the Trojans now lead by 17 with 3 minutes left, but still some work to do if you're West Brunswick. Boy, those are two smooth-looking free throws from a guy who struggled at the line at times this year. 18-point lead, and we're under 3 minutes here in Charlotte on your game of the week.
And West, I like the fact that they just continue to play that full-court man. Yeah.
And a charge is called on Hoggard's number 13, Cameron Blanks. Jay, it looked like the officials were waiting, and the official who was closest to it deferred, and it was a charge called. West has possession, 2:51 left, up by 18.
That's pretty good officiating at that time because the guy under the bucket wasn't sure. He deferred to the guy at the top of the key who quickly made the call. You want to...
That's going to be a foul on Hoggard's Trey Hauser. And Jay, it's going to be a 1-and-1. This is going back to just what you said. If you make your free throws, if you're West Brunswick, you can really create some distance between yourself and the opposing Hoggard Vikings. And Younts does just that by knocking in the front end of a 1-and-1. A big shot. It's 42-23. West leads by 19. Younts misses. Parker nearly comes up with it.
Now you don't want to foul Hoggard. You want to keep them off the free throw line because you want the clock to continue to move. You don't want them to score while the clock is not moving.
Hydero from the corner, his three-point attempt is short. Parker's got the rebound, and there's 2.5 minutes left, and West has a 19-point lead. And they get it back to the guy who needs to have it, Alex Younts. Diagonal pass to Daniels, he's gonna drive. Layup, no good. Parker's got the rebound, he goes up, no good. Boy, West really wanted a foul call down there, but Hoggard's got possession. Oh, Daniels nearly comes up with a, or Bland rather, nearly comes up with a steal, knocks it out of bounds, 2:08 left. Boy, Jay, if West could have made this one down here, it may have just been the dagger.
That probably could have done it, and let me tell you, Khalil Bland is so much fun to watch, Sam. I don't know where that kid came from that time and was able to deflect the pass.
I didn't even see him in the picture, partner.
Yeah, he probably wasn't on your screen, but he seems to be everywhere, and almost came up with another steal.
Jay, two-part question. And let me preface it by saying, I know we still got 2:08 left in this one. What has made this West Brunswick team so effective tonight? And the second question is, how do they maintain this moving forward as they get into the meat of the Mid-Eastern Conference schedule?
Well, I think the obvious answer is their
defense,
whole
right?
Yeah, defense. Now, this is a team, Hoggard, a team that averages 48 points a game. I look up on the scoreboard, they got 23. Sam, that's pretty incredible. You know, I haven't seen West play since we did the Christmas tournament or whatever the tournament was at FCC, and we both walked away from a couple of wins for West very impressed by their defense. They seemed to dig deep for those two games and played great defense tonight. They've taken it to another level. So if they continue to defend and contest the way they are tonight, they're going to be a tough load for a lot of teams.
Jay, Javian McCray gets a rebound, and then, you know, if you're McCray, and, you know, he's just a sophomore, just hold it in that situation until the defense clears. I mean, you just gave a possession back to Hayward, that's my dog's name, to Hoggard with 1:59 left in the game.
He's probably allowed a mistake or two tonight. You know, otherwise I think McCray
has been brilliant, hasn't he?
He was the difference in that first quarter and the first half for sure.
He's got 12 for West Brunswick, Jay. He's been a integral part of this impressive showing by the Trojans. Younts can't quite corral it under the goal, loses it out of bounds. 1:49 left. West leads by 19, 42-23. Jay, are they tasting it at this point?
Oh yeah. You see McCray high stepping off the court. Yeah, they know they're close, but not done yet. Just don't foul. Play tough, aggressive defense. Don't put them on the free throw line. Use the clock.
Hoggard nearly loses it out of bounds, but a nice save by number 15, Josh Jones. Jay, on that last inbounds pass, Josh Jones couldn't find anyone open to throw it to. And I was thinking, that's probably the first time this season that's happened to that kid. He's got open receivers usually everywhere.
Yeah, he does. And even when he does it, he can find somebody to get the ball to. Nice round of applause for Bland and Younts coming off the court. They have played hard tonight.
No good. Surgal gets in there and comes up with a rebound as it's knocked out of bounds by Hoggard's Evan Manning.
Yeah, that's a good box out that time by Gilbert, and Surgal in the right place.
Boy, Surgal eventually found a cutting Rashid Daniels, but Ty Johnson wants the timeout. Jay, let me ask you something. I'm certainly not questioning, you know, the strategy, but during that last break in the action, Ty Johnson took Alex Younts and Khalil Bland out of the game. Is that too early?
No.
Just asking. I'm just asking.
I think they probably earned a break. Let's see. What's the difference in the score? But 19 points? I don't think Hoggard, as good as they are, has too many 19-point plays left. So I think we can start thinking, if you're a West Brunswick fan, that we're going to get this in the W column tonight. But I think Ty got him out of there, if for no other reason, just to give him a little bit of a blow and let the fan base here show their approval, because both those kids worked hard here tonight, as has the entire West Brunswick team. I think this has been a very much a team effort here tonight, a defensive team effort. Everybody's been playing tough on the ball.
You know, Jay, we've talked a lot about these three this year, but if you're West Brunswick, you talk about Khalil Bland, Rashid Daniels, and Alex Younts, and all three of those kids have been fantastic here tonight against a very good Hoggard team.
Yeah, this is a good squad they beat, an undefeated team in the NBA.
They got to push ahead to Caleb Gilbert, who slams it in with an exclamation point as the Trojans go up 21.
I think it's probably about done now, Sam, but let's see the last minute 13, how it rolls.
Pass into Manning, nearly stolen by Rashid Daniels. It's out of bounds, and we're going to get our first look at TJ Cento. Gianni Donatelli also coming back into the game for West Brunswick. Boy, Jay, this was a lot of fun, buddy.
Yeah, they played darn near a perfect defensive game here tonight, holding Hoggard at this point to 23 points. That's going to get a lot of people, when they see this box score, they're going to do a double take.
And Jay, this is a night after going to Wilmington and losing to a New Hanover team by 21. Nice pass from Clariday to Surigao. Wise move from the young Surigao to not try to force it.
Yeah, he
just passes it out.
He plays wise beyond his years, this Surigao. And Hoggard's kind of waving the white flag.
Jay, take us home, partner. What a win for West Brunswick.
It's a big-time win for the Trojans, their first conference victory of the year. And to hold a talented squad like Hoggard to 23 points, wow, that sets a new benchmark for him moving forward this year. Defense can win games for you, and it certainly has here tonight.
Jay, I'm going to ask you this and put you on the spot. Did you expect this one coming in against a 4-0 team in the Mid-Eastern Conference?
Not this way. Can they win 50-45? Sure, but not 44-23. That's unexpected.
It's unexpected, but it's certainly what happened on your ATMC TV Basketball Game of the Week. He's Jay Combs. I'm Sam Hickman for the entire ATMC TV team. It is a huge program win for Ty Johnson's Trojans. It's West Brunswick 44, Hoggard 23. Good night from Shalom.